What is going on, guys? We are back for another DSP video, and today we are checking up on DSP and Astro, Street Fighter 6, WWE Champions, and much more. But we start off. Apparently, the Not Me DSP account has spent another $690. Now I expect this number to go up after last night's WWE Champions stream online. Now if you're new to the DSP verse and you want to know what kind of gamer he is, now remember, in this clip, it's a person that's been doing this for 17 years and still is horrible at games.
Okay, are you ready? Fuck! Fuck! What the fuck? Dude! This system is complete shit. It really is. Look. It's the worst lockpick system I've ever seen in any game. Why the fuck? It was all the way up there. It doesn't make any sense. The system doesn't make sense.
Then apparently June the King had to edit and re-upload his DSP documentary because of a 10-second clip of WWE footage, and June puts this out. I am re-uploading the Dark Side Phil video. WWE has blocked it in some territories and has not responded to the dispute for 12 days now, so this new version won't have that 10-second clip. I know some reactions are being claimed too, which is utter bullshit, but what can you do? So I believe the video is back up. Go give him some love, give some watch time, give him some clicks, give him some views. Let's get that video back up in views, dudes. Then just when I thought mobile games and gacha games couldn't get any lazier, WWE Champions, the thing that DSP is so knowledgeable about, the thing that he loves, his passion is there. You can see it on his face when he plays it on stream. He absolutely has fun. It's the only game in the world where he shows passion. Well, guess what, guys? Apparently, WWE Champions has a autoplay feature in it. And this is straight from Scopely. Autoplay is a new feature in selected game modes that lets the AI crush gems for you. This means you can decide if you want the AI to play for you whenever you want, just by tapping on a new auto button at any point during the match. So DSP puts his money in, gives him hundreds of dollars at a time, and goes, "Oh, autoplay please. Give me the wins, give me the gems. Let me see those Hogan picks, brother." Then recently in June the King's documentary, they showed off the clip of Sony and God of War and how they dumbed down the game and showed DSP as an example. DSP didn't realize what they were talking about, how they called him stupid in a way, and DSP's response was, "I don't get it. Shouldn't that be a good thing that they dumbed it down for people?" And that's one of the reasons people hate you so much, Phil. But we have this from Mr. Medicare. This is his classic take on Phil being the reasons why video games are so easy now. And keep in mind, this was like 5 years before the Sony thing.
You know, his stream is a really good example. You know how most people bitch about modern video games holding your hand? They're fucking mini markers everywhere now. They don't let you explore because they think you're so retarded you need to have your hand held at every single moment. He's the reason why. This asshole is the guy that developers run into when they do testing groups. He's the guy that's sitting there with a controller in hand saying, "This is too tough. This is too tough. Why do I need to drive the vehicle? Can the vehicle drive me? This is difficult." This is a motherfucker that has made video games regress to the point where they're not even really games anymore. They play themselves. They're animated movies that you kind of sit back and watch. That's probably why Let's Plays are so fucking popular now. Because you're watching it anyway. You're not really playing shit. Look at this guy. He is dumb as pigs. Mission failed. Again and again. He can't do this. It's fucking GTA. It's not even a hard mission. It's not like he's flying that RC plane now, is it? This is some basic shit, and he has failed at this repeat.
Then remember how DSP always says, "I'm not in the FGC, I have nothing to do with FGC players. I don't want to talk about them. I don't want drama with them. Just leave my name out of your mouth. I want nothing to do with them. Guess what, guys? He's contacting people from the FGC to have an interview. And Jay Schneider puts out a tweet and DSP responds to it. Hey, your DMs are closed. How can I talk to you in private? Now you're probably wondering, why Jay of all people? Then we have Jaha. Makes sense, he wants to bring him on to talk about LTG. Then DSP or one of his editors made this big mistake. Tuesday, September 24th, Level 1 Podcast. Terry Bogard, premiere in Street Fighter 6. Terry Bogard, premiere in Street Fighter 6. Tuesday, September 24th, Level 1 Podcast, The Casting of Frank Stone. WWE Champions, TMNT, continues. It's like Groundhog Day. Then we get to the pre-stream, and this should not be a shock to anyone. DSP in his chat, I haven't read any books since Game of Thrones a decade ago. And I'm not sure I'm gonna like Stalker 2, we'll see. I hated 1, but I played it super late. It's also on Game Pass, by the way. And then he is going overboard. We thought the first one, you know, that kid's intro was bad. The one where he's blurred out, looks like he's a sex offender. He now has 4 intros for his podcast. His podcast. Of course, it's a pre-stream. My God. One day, his entire day stream, it's going to be intros to the podcast, and maybe some gameplay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, DSP has committed to an interview on Cultaholic, a wrestling podcast. You know, the guy that says, I have no interest in wrestling. I don't want to talk about wrestling. I'm burnt out on wrestling. I never want to go back to talking about wrestling. Well, guess what, guys? He's going on Cultaholic to talk about wrestling and his favorite matches. And also keep in mind, Adam Pacini also made that video where he made fun of DSP jerking off on camera, even making his O face. And if you're wondering how bad DSP shirts are going to be for his merchandise store, look at this shirt. That is a disgusting yellow with his face on it as a Street Fighter character, I believe it's Dan. And he's got a look on his face like, if only you knew how bad it really is. And of course, DSP has to go off on trolls, yet again, drama, money, yeah. We have this from Next Gen Guy. My trolls are nudnik, mouth-drooling morons. Phil learned a new word.
My trolls are so dumb. They don't understand the difference between e-begging or hyping up in a positive way contributions. Here's the difference, because some people don't get this at all. So I should break this down in this segment as well. Here's the difference, okay? Here's e-begging. You ready? Man, my bills are coming due, and I really need to have money for groceries this week. So if you could please contribute to my stream. Please send me a tip, by the way, because I need the money right away. So please do that right now and help me out. That's e-begging. Okay? You're directly asking for something to fulfill a direct need. You're begging for something to help right now. That's e-begging. You understand? Now, here's the difference. Everyone, all right. Hope you're enjoying the stream. If you are, give it a like right now. Seriously, I'm not even joking. If you're here on the stream right now, we have over 300 viewers and climbing, 37 likes. Let's get that to 50 likes right now. Just click the like button because it's easy to do, it's free, it's quick, and it helps this channel a lot. By the way, let's get some contributions going. Let's get the King coffers filled. How about a top super chat to beat Dark Ethan's 20? And definitely we can get a top tipper in there because the tip right now is only $2. It's very easy to do. That's not e-begging. That's hyping your stream to get them excited for content and tell them they can support it. That's not saying, oh, woe is me. Please. It's different. And if you don't get that distinction, it's because you're a fucking nudnik moron who's jealous that people make money on the internet and you don't. Okay? It's that simple. If you don't understand the distinction between positive hype and negative reinforcement begging, you're a fucking mouth-drooling moron and I don't care about you. So your opinion is moot. I don't give a fuck about it. Okay?
Of course, how Phil does it is still e-begging. Come on, guys. We only got $5. Come on, let's get some more tips here. That's e-begging, Phil. I love the fact that in July, before Kino Casino, he was saying, guys, come on. I need supplies for Jasper. I need to pay my bills. I need to get groceries. I need money for my day off so I can have a meal out with my wife. You know, just like how you described it a few moments ago. Then DSP went on to say his life is hectic because he has to install blackout curtains in his house. That is right. I mean, that's a hell of a life right there if that's your biggest problem. But not only that, DSP bought blackout curtains, then realized when it arrived that he needs to order a rod to hang them up. Big brain Burnell right there. Then we have this from BITW Awesome. Make free things for me. The king demands it. Side question, would this be considered a beg?
Yeah, that's what Mr. Jubal says. What about a poker chip with your logo? And yeah, like people were saying, like a version of me holding this poker chip, right? Like someone even said a cartoon version of DSP holding the poker chip would be great. But well, someone has to do that. I can't draw. I don't have any artistic ability to draw myself as a cartoon holding this chip. Someone would actually have to make that, and then we could use it. But I can't make it myself. You see, so so there you go.
What he's talking about here is his merch store. And he's doing one of the slimiest things ever. He's telling people, you know, I need people to submit art for me. Fan art, blah, blah, blah. I can't pay you because I don't have the money. Then taking that free art, putting them on t-shirts and sell them for profit. Remember like a month or two ago, he was yelling at Duty, making fun of Duty because he paid people for their artwork. It makes you put things in perspective. He's laughing at Duty for paying people for their artwork, but then telling his fans he has no money to pay them, and then selling them on t-shirts. Just think about that. Just actually think about that. Then he went on to show YouTube Premium, so he can make more money. And he said, YouTube Premium, he uses it for work and pleasure. I have no idea what the last one means, and I don't want to know. Remember in the last video, his new stream goal included tips and super chats. And we have this from Poem Josh. How's the new combined goal going 16 hours later? Well, he's already begging for tips over super chats. Yeah, he's saying, guys, we have all these super chats, but we have no tips. What's going on? Remember, he's at like $144 right now. Come on, let's get some more tips. It's the liquidity of my business. And then he was saying how it was his smart idea. And he's such a big brain Burnell. He's got such a business degree with such a big brain. But at the same time, people have been asking him for years to do this, and he refused. Oh, I can't do it. I don't know the currencies. It's a big hassle. I don't know what to do. I'm not going to have a calculator or an accountant right next to me. I'm not going to do that. Fuck you, you're banned. Hey guys, I came up with this great new idea. We're going to combine super chats and tips into the goal. Isn't that great? Am I so smart? And this is one of the weirdest trolls. Derek Ip at DSP Gaming. Do you remember when you were 13 and you would kiss your uncle? Absolutely disgusting. Then DSP would talk about his merch yet again. And we have this from Next Gen Guy. Why would there not be merch for ladies, Phil? Very unprofessional to not have this stuff figured out before you start plugging your clothes, dude.
Oh, will there be ladies style merch shirts? I don't know. I don't know if that's available right now. I've seen the designs they're working on, but I don't know the extent of the product lines yet. I don't know if women's shirts are available or not. I won't know until they...
Then one of his viewers asked Phil, are you going to sell lingerie and stickers? And Phil said no. OIC is crying downstairs right now. Then, yet another reason why Phil should not have a cat. DSP said he gives twist ties to Jasper so you can chase it around the house and have fun. Then people kept talking about movies and television and stuff that DSP is not interested in. And he went on a rant saying how you're all sheep, just wake up, no one has to like the same things.
Yes, but I've already explained. I didn't like the Batman movie. If you don't like the source material of something, why would you watch the spin-off of it? It's like, I didn't like Cyberpunk 2077. So when the DLC released and everyone said, are you going to play it? I was like, why would I play it? I didn't like the base game. Why would I play the expansion and put myself through an experience that I know I'm not going to like because I didn't like the core material? So when you say, are you going to watch the Penguin? Like, no, I didn't like the movie. Why would I watch the expansion material? I'm not going to set myself up to waste my time. My time is very valuable. I'm being pulled in a million directions. Play this game, react to this, do an interview over here, interview this person, put up blackout blinds, get my camera and setup working so I can do this interview on Wednesday. I'm being pulled in a million directions. The last thing I want to do is go watch something I don't have interest in because I didn't like the source material, right? Like, why? I don't know why this is so hard to understand. Just because pop culture, everyone has to do the same shit. Everyone has to like the same stuff. Everyone has to watch the same stuff. No, they don't. Like being real here. No, they don't. You don't all have to watch the same shows, listen to the same music, talk about the same topics. You can be individuals and break from that mold and say, I don't like something. I don't have to watch it because everyone else is watching it, right? Oh, Squid Game. Who the fuck cares about Squid Game? If you saw it, great. If you didn't see it, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be this fucking sheep who has to be a part of everything because everyone else is doing it. And I feel like that's how society has turned. There are these cultural things that happen. Well, the Penguin's coming out. Everyone's got to watch it so we can all talk about it together. No, we don't. If you don't like it, you don't have to do that. You don't have to waste your time. Time is valuable. You're gonna die someday. You're not gonna have unlimited time on this planet. Use your time wisely to do the things you're enjoying, not to force yourself to do something you don't want to do just because everyone else is doing it, right? There you go. There you go.
Then this is what I was talking about earlier when I said he was at $144 and still complaining about tips.
Put up the show to Q&A. If you tag me in the chat, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. If any more contributions come in, I'd greatly appreciate it. Right now, I would really appreciate some tips, because right now I know we're tips light today, and the top tipper is $5, Blastoise. Thank you for that, Blastoise. But we get another top tipper and get some tips going and get the King's coffers to continue.
I love how he's at $144 out of $200 on the pre-stream, but he's complaining he doesn't have enough tips. Phil, you're almost at your goal already. You're gonna get more in a day stream and the night stream. Get your head out of your ass. Then we have this from Next Gen Guy. Just wear your glasses, Phil.
So let's see who has anime avatars right now. Let's take a look. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's disturbing. Oh, Lord, look at that one. Oh. So many. Why are there so many anime avatars? What's wrong with you? You know, but there's real people on the planet, right? You can use those. Disturbing. It's absolutely disturbing. Oh, there's another one. Oh. Oh, my eyes. I can't look at anime. Why'd you guys bring attention to this? Now I can't look at avatars anymore. In truth, it's really hard for me to see avatars on YouTube. It was much easier on Twitch. For some reason, YouTube chat, even when I stretch it out, avatars are like tiny. So I could barely see them, because sometimes people say, oh, there's offensive avatars. Can you ban this person? I'm like, what do you mean? I look and I can barely see it. And then I'll kind of make it out. I'll be like, oh, that's what that's supposed to be. And then I'll ban the person. I can't even see them half the time.
Then we have a quote from DSP here. When I lie, it's about the things people shouldn't care about. Phil, I believe people are upset, not because what you lie about. I mean, they are mad about what you lie about, but they're mad because you're lying in the first place. Especially when you say, guys, I'm just being honest with you, I'm being transparent with you, but you're lying to them at the same time. Then despite DSP saying over the years, I just want to be by myself, I don't want to collaborate with anyone else, it's stupid, I don't want to do it, he's now realizing to get bigger on YouTube, you have to collaborate with people. You have to work together. I mean, 16 years, 17 years now, and he's just figuring this out right now.
No one was willing to give me a chance. It was literally just stupid people wanting to crap on me constantly. Oh, by the way, here's the funny part. Now that the tables have turned, and now that people like me and they're seeing me in a positive light again, all those people who used to always want to have me on their shows and shit, they will not fucking even talk to me. I'm serious. Like, oh, you know, all I want to do is interview Phil and ask him the hard-hitting questions. Okay, well now the tables have turned. Why don't you come on my show? Crickets. Fucking crickets. Because that's how it works, right? They wanted to bully, they wanted to punch down, but now that the tables have turned and people don't care about any of their drama shit that they made out to be a big deal for a fucking decade, they don't want anything to do with it anymore. They're, oh, no, what are you talking about, right? Yeah, because we know who you are, right? We know how these people were. That's what it was all about, was them bullying and getting over on it, right? Anyway, so of course it was a surprise, you know, but here's what's going on, right? You noticed my views are down again, right? My views on the podcast, I get like 350. I was getting 600-700 on the day. Now I get 350. The hype dies down after a while, right? And there's nothing you can do about that. I'm doing my best to maintain, but I know that I have to branch out and do other stuff. I do have plans for interviews coming up over the course of October, November. I think some of these will work out well for the channel and the content. And I know for a fact that, you know, likely I will be doing some crossover stuff. Yes, Kino Casino, and maybe some other stuff. Like I said, I'm going to be on this Cultaholic show on Wednesday. Maybe that will result in something positive, right? We'll see. But but you know, you can't just maintain it yourself. It's just not, like, I think that's the key to people keeping hype, is when they're doing these kind of special crossovers and things like that. So I guarantee you there will be more in the future. I can't give you specifics because the Kino Casino guys are...
It would be absolutely hilarious if one day Phil thinks he's bigger than Kino Casino and he starts branching out, trying to be more mainstream, as he says. That would be the biggest source of irony on the planet. And then in the same vein, DSP says Review Tech USA is scared of him because his life is falling apart, and Review Tech USA doesn't want any part of Phil. Then he goes on to continue to talk about Kino Casino and how he's basically nothing without them. They were propping him up when they were not on vacation, and now that they're on vacation, he's fallen. But the question is, Phil, if they propped you up and they went on vacation, and you're such a great streamer, shouldn't you keep that attention, that audience? Because they're looking for a void. Now that Kino Casino's on vacation, they got nothing to watch. They should be coming to your streams, Phil. and watching like crazy. I wonder why they all left, Phil. I wonder why.
To etc. So I don't have time to really do much. My goal is that long term, I get this level of support, increased support now, because I'm doing collabs, because I'm doing interviews, because I'm branching out, and I'm reaching a wider audience. I can take 2 days off a week, and I just, you know, having this discussion with my wife, and we're excited for it, but we don't want to get too excited because we're the kind of people that like we want to live in reality. We don't want to dream big and then it doesn't happen and then you're disappointed and sad. We'd rather just be like, listen, right now things are going good, right? With work, with me. If it stays this way for several months, let's say it stays good till the end of the year at this level, then there's potential I could change my schedule and have 2 days off a week. And one day will be the errands and stuff, and the other day we could spend time together. We can go do stuff together, right? Because we'll have those 2 days. So, but let's see what happens. You know, I don't want to go crazy here and then, you know, get overexcited because that's the kind of people we are. Like when people say, well, if you could have infinite budget and you could go anywhere in the world, where would you? I don't even want to think about that. I don't have infinite budget. I don't have the free time. I can't do that. So why would you want to think about this pipe dream thing? Why would you want to dream about something that could never happen and then you're disappointed when it never happens, right? I don't want to do that to myself or to the family. Why, right? So once things get better, and then you can potentially start thinking about that stuff. That's what I'm thinking about. You know what I mean? But let's see how things go. All right. Again, thank you for the support. Thank you for the engagement. If we keep at the levels we've been going, then yes, there's potential. This could be completely life-changing and things could get much better for us. But we have to maintain. And the thing is, life is like this. It's a series of peaks and valleys. Right now, I'm at a peak. And it's starting to go a little bit. It's not terrible dip, but you've definitely noticed over the last few weeks, I'm not getting as many views. We're not getting as many people. Because why? Because Kino's not around. They're not hyping me up. We're not doing collabs. What are you going to do, right? I can't be constantly doing that stuff. I'm trying to play catch up with all the work I was behind on, right? But stuff is coming, right? Stuff is coming. Interviews are coming. Collabs are coming. I'm going to be on this show on Wednesday. I got more interviews lined up over October. Probably some coming up in November. So there is stuff coming. It's just you got to get there, right? What are you going to do?
Then one of the saddest things I've ever seen. First, Jax tips Phil $38 and says, here's $38 because I just turned 38. Then yesterday, someone tips DSP, apologized for not tipping him recently because he was unemployed. But he has a job now, so he can start tipping Phil again. Absolutely pathetic. Then we have Poems. DSP has forgotten his own lies again. Now he sold the Down from the Rafters account because of the trolls. Reminder, during his I Lied reveal, he said he needed money. Then DSP went on to talk about game makers and scheduling, and how he's a big brain with a business degree, and said game makers should listen to him to when to release games so there's no RPG overload. He said they can learn a thing or two from him. Then people kept asking, oh, so you're asking for $200 a stream, you stream twice a day, you stream 6 days a week, so that'd be like $120 something thousand a year. And he's like, stop counting my money. If you count my money, I'm gonna ban you. We have this from David Davidson. Phil says we are stupid for saying that him constantly asking for money is e-bagging, because he's doing it all differently by saying, hey, let's hit the goal and do it now so we don't have to worry about it later. Sound good? Then went on to say, you need to stop micromanaging his income because he could just be making it all up and you never really know. Then we get the Astrobot, a kid's game. There's no way he could mess this up, be stupid in it, but then again, it's DSP.
What am I doing? Oh! Launched her to the ceiling. Oh, look at this. Oh, I couldn't do it. I tried. Are you kidding? Not gonna do the whole fight over? You've gotta be fucking kidding me. I gotta do the whole fight over? Fuck this. That is stupid as shit. It's a whole new game mechanic I gotta learn. I'm trying to learn the timing. Oh, you take the hits, do the whole fight from the start. Wow, that's terrible game design.
Yeah, a whole new game mechanic, aka jump over items. Wow, what an innovation there, Phil. And then we have this from Trigger Point. Tempted to make a montage of Phil failing all the challenge stages in Astrobot.
come on, you couldn't even see it. You couldn't even see it. That is grade A bullshit. You couldn't see it. So there was no way to time it because you couldn't see it. You have to luckily do it without off screen. No, that legit pisses me off. That wasn't anything I did wrong. They designed it to fuck you. You couldn't see shit. God damn it, you fucking assholes.
Okay, so let's check in with Street Fighter 6. He's got to be doing better in this game than Astro, right?
Slow people. That's who picks Cammy. Slow people. That's it. Look at that. Dive kick just does full combo for no reason. For no fucking reason. Look at this. Fucking slow person. Duh. Everything works. Everything combo. Duh. Look at that. Are you kidding me? She can do drive rush. I can't do anything about drive impact. It just fucking magically goes under and she instantly recovers and I can't punish it. Fuck this fucking piece of shit unbalanced game. Fuck Cammy players. You all suck. Every one of you. You're all terrible. Every one of you are fucking terrible players. God damn. Seriously. What a fucking nudnik moron. You did nothing. You literally didn't counterplay me. Didn't ever stop anything I did. All you did was a pattern. And the pattern favors you because you're the best character in the fucking game. Slow people picker. Alright.
Then we get to WWE Champions. And guess what, guys? Across his WWE Champions streams, he spent almost $900 just in polls alone. And we have Meow Block. I left my ass off. This dumbass spent over $850 so far on his stream. Only WWE Champions account. That is right. So he spent almost $900 on his on-stream WWE Champions account. I can only imagine the rest, whatever he makes on stream, is going into Down from the Rafters. Please keep giving this beggar more money. You fans are genuinely speeding up this idiot's downfall by fueling his addiction. LOL, the fact that this is free entertainment for us. And then people kept asking him, oh, if you hit the 1K goal tonight, are you going to rip your shirt off? And he said, he won't rip his Philomania shirt if the 1K goal is met. He will rip it off after he sets up his store and raises contributions on the stream. Then DSP also went on to say, if he ripped open his shirt, you won't see his pecs, his man boobs, because he's so hairy. Then he was trying to tell his audience, this is the dangers of WWE Champion and Gacha mobile games, and how not to spend money on polls like he's doing tonight. However, if they're giving you money for the polls, they are in a way doing the polls. And then Phil still doesn't understand this point about him lying for money, doing all these fundraisers, save the house, raise the money for taxes, blah blah blah. I'm gonna be out of business unless you guys give me money, and then spend it on WWE Champions and lying about it. He doesn't understand why that's a big deal. And DSP is saying him lying about WWE Champions is not a big deal, and it's stupid and no one's business. He doesn't understand why people care about it. Then went on to say, him doing $200 in polls tonight is a cautionary tale about how you don't get anything good in polls. But Phil, it's their money you're putting into those polls, so you technically didn't lose anything. Then we have Null in the chat here. I can't believe anyone supports this degenerate behavior. The man who lied about where all your money was going for years, and now y'all sitting here like he isn't blatantly disrespecting all of you. So true, so true. Ban, 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 gone forever. Then DSP was saying he's tired of grinding online on a stream. He doesn't want to do all this low level stuff, so he contacted Scopely to get them to pump up his account so he doesn't have to do any low level stuff again. Even suggesting that he would pay for it. And then he started playing the weekend events against other people, and guess what, guys, you'll never believe this. DSP says the guy he's playing against in WWE Champions is cheating. See that, guys? Doesn't matter if it's COD, Street Fighter 6, Kirby, Astrobot, everyone and everything is cheating against him, dudes. And then this should be an interesting story, if true. $200 tip from Tetrabex, and he's given $400 today. DSP is worried he will charge back the money after he does polls in WWE Champions, which would make him screwed, money-wise. And that's where we're at right now. If you guys like that, click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe my other channels on the details of the end cards. And as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.